You have had this dream, or one like it. A stranger who somehow feels more familiar than your closest friend. A house with rooms you never knew existed. You wake up and the feeling lingers for hours, heavier than the day's actual events. Something in you is talking, in a language your waking mind was never taught. You brush it off as noise, chemical static from a resting brain, and go make coffee. 100 years ago, one man argued that was the single most expensive mistake you could make about your own mind. 100 years ago, a Swiss psychiatrist decided to take that language seriously. Carl Jung. Where Freud saw the unconscious as a basement of repressed desire, Jung saw an entire hidden continent. They worked together for years, until that single disagreement, how big the unconscious really is, split them for good. He mapped the mind in layers. On top, the ego, the conscious you, running the show or thinking it is. The ego is essential, but Jung was blunt about its limits. It is not the master of the house, only the part that answers the door. Beneath it, the personal unconscious. Your own forgotten memories, buried feelings, the things you have pushed out of you. And beneath that, Jung claimed something stranger. A collective unconscious shared by everyone who has ever lived. Not memories exactly, but inherited patterns, archetypes, showing up in dreams, myths, and religions across every culture on Earth. The hero, the wise old guide, the trickster, the mother, Danu. The hero, the one who leaves the familiar world to face a trial and returns changed. The wise old man or woman, the guide who appears exactly when you were lost, never before. The trickster, who breaks your rules not to destroy you, but to show you the rules were never as fixed as you thought. And the mother, the archetype of nourishment, and also, in her dark form, of smothering and devouring. Jung insisted these are not characters you meet, but patterns you live, showing up as your own moods, relationships, and turning points. And above all of it, orchestrating the whole system, what Jung called the self. Not your ego, but the deeper center you are always becoming. Here's the part that matters for your actual life. Jung believed the psyche is self-regulating, like a body seeking balance. When your conscious life tips too far one way, all logic, no feeling, all safety, no risk, something pushes back from underneath. He called this compensation, and dreams are its clearest voice. A rigid, controlling, executive dreams of drowning. A person starving their emotional life dreams of a wild, uncontrollable animal. The dream is not random. It is the part of you that got outvoted, finally getting the floor. Jung's closest collaborator, Marie-Louise von Franz, clarified something crucial. The self is not a thing you find. It is a process you live. He called this lifelong process individuation, becoming who you specifically already are, not who you were told to be. It is not the same as self-improvement. Self-improvement chases an ideal. Individuation integrates what was already yours, but got left outside. So what do you actually do with this, without turning it into mysticism? Not decode every symbol like a fortune teller. Just notice the pattern. Track what keeps recurring. In dreams, in the images that catch you, in what you cannot stop thinking about. Then ask one honest question. What is this correcting for? What have I been overextending or ignoring? That is the whole mechanism. Structured attention, not shadow work theatrics. No candles required. No belief in a mystical psychic continent required. Just honest, repeated attention to what keeps showing up. Do it for a month, and most people find the same handful of patterns keep returning, which is itself the point. You have seen this everywhere, once you know to look. The burnt-out executive who dreams, night after night, of drowning. The rigid perfectionist who cannot stop being drawn to chaotic, unpredictable people. Every hero's journey, from ancient myth to the last film you watched, tracing the same archetypal arc. Even the pull toward conspiracy and simple stories in chaotic times is the psyche reaching for pattern and order. Look at any hero film you love, Star Wars, any myth retold 1,000 ways, and you are watching the same underlying skeleton. A call to adventure, a threshold crossed, a trial faced alone, a return changed with something to give back. That structure did not come from Hollywood. Hollywood found it because Jung and his students had already mapped it in myth after myth. Or think about advertising, which sells almost nothing on facts alone. A brand borrows the wise old man for trust, the trickster for rebellion, the hero for aspiration, and you feel it before you can explain why. Or the specific ache of being endlessly drawn to the same kind of partner, the one who is warm and also, somehow, always just out of reach. Jung would say you are not choosing a person. You are chasing an inner figure, an image of what you have not yet integrated in yourself. Or the creative block that only breaks after you stop forcing the plan and let something stranger, wilder, in. Now the honest part, because Jung deserves scrutiny, not worship. The collective unconscious, as a literal inherited structure, has no accepted biological proof. Critics call it a beautiful metaphor mistaken for a mechanism. Individuation is nearly impossible to measure, and symbols can be read into almost anything if you want them to mean something. There is no instrument that measures how individuated you are, no scan for wholeness, which makes the whole framework hard to test the way a hard science demands. And confirmation bias is a real risk. Once you are looking for archetypes, you can find a hero or a shadow in almost any story you choose. But dreams as emotional correction is not pure speculation. Modern sleep science shows dreaming genuinely processes and regulates emotion overnight. Some recent neuroscience goes further, proposing that archetypal patterns may correspond to shared, deep neural structures, not just shared stories. That research is new and far from settled, but it is a real, ongoing conversation between old psychology and new neuroscience. Not a closed case either way. So the honest verdict, Jung's mechanism, dreams as compensation, has real support. His metaphysics, an inherited psychic continent, remains a beautiful hypothesis. So hold both halves honestly, a mechanism worth using and a metaphysics still worth questioning. Jung's real gift was not proof. It was permission. Permission to take your inner life as seriously as your outer one. To treat a recurring dream, or an image that will not leave you, as information rather than noise. Until you make the unconscious conscious, Jung wrote, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. This series will walk through the pieces one at a time. The shadow you refuse to see, the persona that can quietly eat the person underneath, the inner opposite that shapes who you fall for, and the archetypes that move through all of it. Each one is a piece of the same single map you just learned, applied to one specific place where it usually shows up first. This week, notice one recurring pattern, and ask what it might be correcting for. Not a diagnosis, not a cure, a map drawn by one deeply flawed, deeply serious man, of the territory you already live in. That is the map of the psyche.